back to another Tuesday video here on Stephen Flores Travel. What's up everyone, my name is Stephen and welcome to Stephen Flores Travel. I hope you all had a great weekend and I hope you all have a great week ahead. I hope you guys can't hear the amount of rain that's like happening outside my window right now. It is intense. I literally cannot see another building in sight right now. That's how heavy the rain is. But hopefully it doesn't impede with this video because believe me, this video is very interesting. As you can probably tell by the title, something really bad went down when I was in Europe. And now I just want to tell you all guys about it. But before we get to that, I just want to say if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. That's Stephen Flores for Facebook and that's Stephen J. Flores for Twitter and Instagram. And if you like this video and want to see more videos like this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for me, will ya? So without further ado, let's move on with the video. So I am not gonna dilly-dally any longer and I'm just gonna go straight to the video. I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I'm gonna just say it again. I took a semester abroad in France in 2017. I was situated in the city of Rennes, which is an hour and a half away from Paris by train. And this particular incident happened at the start of my experience there in Europe. So we just came back from like a 17-day Eastern European trip. We were in France. We didn't know exactly what to do for the weekend, but we knew we had like a 6-day weekend coming up. So we decided to go to Belgium and the Netherlands because, you know, those two countries are kind of near France. And then we had Eurail passes. If you guys don't know what the Eurail is, it's basically a pass that lets you go on different trains. And we had that pass and we didn't want it to go to waste. So we decided, why not go to the Netherlands and Belgium? So the first 2 days we were in Brussels, and if you guys know anything about me, I don't really like Brussels that much, but the stuff we saw was kind of nice. I mean, we saw the Grand Place, which was pretty cool. We went to this like beer bar place, this place where they only sold beer, and we had like a ton of beer and we all got so wasted that night. Keep in mind, I was with my friends at this point. I went to study abroad with 6 of my friends, and we were having a good time and all of that. And the day before we were supposed to move on to the Netherlands, we had a choice to make. We could either take the local train, which had more stops but was free if we used our Eurail, or we take the faster, more expensive train that we would have to pay a seat reservation for. And so us being the students with a limited budget, you know, and all of that, we decided to take the local train. It was gonna take about an hour and a half longer than the direct train, but then at that point we were like, you know, we already expected to arrive in Amsterdam kind of late. Might as well take the longer train and save money. So we got on the train. It was like this really local train. Like there were no like individual seats or anything. If what I remember correctly, it was just like benches and stuff like that. And so we put all our bags on top of our heads, right? Because we were sitting down. So here's how we were seated. Like if this is like the train car, it was like one bench with me and my friend, then the bench across us, and then the bench across the aisle. So we had 3 benches for us. If you know anything about pack-safe bags, you know that they are almost impossible to steal. The entire time we were in Europe, it just so happens. Up to that point, I was using this like cable thingy to wrap around my bag so that nobody could steal it. But I think at that point, I was starting to get a little lax. I was like, my bag hasn't gotten stolen before. It's probably not gonna get stolen now. So I just put it over my head, and then we were like on our way on the journey and stuff like that. And then we all fell asleep because we were all drinking the night before and we were all still hungover. So we fell asleep. I woke up because they announced that we would cross the border into the Netherlands, and I looked up and my bag was still there. So I was like, okay, you know, not that big a deal. I'm asleep again. So I slept for another 30 minutes and I woke up and I looked up and holy crap, my bag was gone. It was literally right on top of my head and it disappeared. At that point, I woke up everybody and was like, oh my god, guys, my bag got stolen. And everyone was like, what? So me and 2 of my friends, we went up and down the entire train trying to look for the bag. We thought maybe somebody took it by accident because, you know, like a lot of people have blue bags that kind of look like mine. But no, when we went up and down the train, we were asking people, is this actually your bag? Is this actually your bag? And they were all like, yeah, sorry, that's not my actual bag. And then I was freaking out because I was like, we were gonna spend 3 or 4 days in Amsterdam and all my clothes were there, all my chargers were there. Good thing though that my passport, my tickets, all of that, my computer were all in my backpack, and my backpack I actually wrapped around my leg, so that was safe. But then I was freaking out, so I went up to like the train conductor guy and asked him, my bag got stolen, what do I do? He didn't really have a sense of urgency about it. Like, he was just like, oh, just go to the train station, go to the police station and the train station, and they'll help you out. And the fact that he wasn't alarmed makes me think that this thing kind of happens all the time. And I guess this is what we get for taking a local train instead of doing the more expensive option that like guaranteed us seats. But yeah, so at this point I was like freaking out. Like, I called my parents and they were trying to calm me down too, and I was just like, oh my god, how could I be this stupid? I had 4 other relatives who went on like study abroad in Europe before me, and they never got anything stolen. I was the first person to have their bag stolen. It was just such a harrowing and like really bad experience. And I remember after we arrived in Amsterdam, I went straight to the police station and the train station, and good thing they spoke English. Thank god they spoke English. But at that point they were just helping me out with the paperwork for like my insurance so that I could get all the stuff back. I remember I was writing down all the details and I felt like crying because I was just so overwhelmed, and I felt like this ruined my entire experience in Amsterdam. And I also felt really guilty because my friends really wanted to explore, but they had to wait for me and all of that, so I was writing down everything I could. I remember as I was writing down, this couple came in and they recovered a bag that had previously been stolen, and somebody found it outside the train station, and the woman goes up to me and goes, I hope they find your bag soon. And that just filled me with like a lot of like comfort and stuff, because I was like, thank you for saying that, because I'm in such a stressful situation and I don't know what's happening, and I'm like 1,000 miles away from home, and like I want my parents beside me right now. So yeah, at the end of the day they said that if somebody found it in the other train stations they would let me know, but if not, you can just assume that it was stolen and everything like that. The thing was, it was a pack safe bag, so it's kind of impossible to like knife open, and the padlock I got, it was also really sturdy, so I doubt that guy could even open it in the first place, whoever stole it. And it's not like I had anything important in there, thank god. That was thunder. I'm sorry about that. It's still going on. Okay. Can you let me finish, please? I'm almost done. Anyway, it's not that I had anything important in the bag anyway. The most important thing I had in my bag were like my Stan Smith shoes and my clothes. Like, that's it. I think I also had chargers and an extension cord inside, and I know that I had a hard drive inside, but the hard drive was empty because I was gonna put my pictures onto the hard drive, but I was like, wait a second, I'll do it after my trip to Amsterdam. And thank god I said that, because as it turns out, it was gonna get stolen. But everything else was safe. My cameras, thank god, were safe, including the one I'm filming on right now. My GoPro was safe, the batteries were safe, the chargers of my cameras were safe, and my computer was safe. So at least that, I had that going for me. I remember the moment we arrived at the train station and I had completed all the paperwork and I got like the police statement and all of that, I went to the nearest like convenience store and bought like 3 pairs of underwear and 3 pairs of socks, because there was no way I'm repeating my underwear and my socks. That is just disgusting. I was gonna buy shirts too, but I realized that it was cold anyway, so might as well reuse my shirt, which probably wasn't the best idea, but I wanted to save money and all of that. I also used the same pair of pants and the same pairs of shoes, which kind of hurt after a while because, you know, shoes you kind of have to rest them day by day. But yeah, for me, probably this was the most harrowing experience I ever had in Europe. Like, it beats like that time in Venice that I told you guys about. It beats the time where I was delayed in France. This is like the granddaddy of stories that I'm gonna be telling my kids and like my grandkids for like years to come, because I was dumb enough to leave my bag, my pack safe bag, which is supposed to never get stolen ever, open like that for anybody to take, because I'm so dumb. And I think the reason why I got stolen was because it was a pack safe bag. I bet those thieves knew, or like they assumed that if I had a pack safe bag, that means there were like valuables inside. But guess what? There weren't. If the guy who stole my bag happens to be watching this video in the future, joke's on you. I had nothing important inside. You just committed a crime and could be jailed for it. And guess what? The only thing you got were a pair of Stan Smiths, okay? So yes, that was my experience getting my bag stolen in the Netherlands. Has a similar thing happened to you guys or someone that you know? I want to hear about it. Comment them down below. And yes, I'll see you guys on Friday for our next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, click subscribe button and like button down there. My last videos are to my left and to my right, and down in the description are my social media stuff. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Till next time, guys. See ya!